Good morning. Good morning. Thank you guys for coming here tonight. A lot of people here, and so I guess that's a good thing. I was going to make a couple quick statements and then open it up for Q&A. Um, Obviously the season's starting. We're taking off today to go to West Virginia for training camp. We thought it was important, you know, with the new coach, new system. It's a great opportunity just for team building, getting together, and building our camaraderie. I think going into this season, we're really excited about this opportunity. We're ready to embrace the challenge of playing in the Western Conference and in the Southwest Division, and we're really, really looking forward to this upcoming season. Going into the off season, one of our goals was to bring back the core group of our team. We've done that. We think the guys knowing each other and learning a new system will expedite that process, and we're just ready to put it out there on the floor and see how good we are. I think some of the keys for us this year is going to be the camaraderie and playing together, how fast we can pick up the new system. And I thought last year, down the stretch, the group played with a sense of desperation and urgency. And if we can continue that, I think we'll be ready to take that next step. I'll open it up to you guys now for questions.
What is the logical next step as a franchise? What's the next step?
I mean, we made the playoffs last year and we didn't win a game, and obviously we don't want to just get back there and win a game. But we want to obviously get back to the playoffs, and we want to win a series. We want to go to the next series. We want to compete for championships. That's the goal for us.
When you brought everybody back, you know what system that Alvin usually runs. What do you feel about just the way the guys on this roster that develop in that system?
I think we have, the core group of our guys are in their mid-20s, plus with Anthony in his early 20s. That, I think that the new system will enable guys to, play a little faster, a little more ball movement. But the key is, I think for us, we have to become a good defensive team. I think that's where it's going to all start. We have to improve on the defensive end.
What are your expectations for Anthony Davis now going into his fourth season? Obviously an MVP caliber talent, trying to even take the next step in his own individual game.
I don't have expectations for him. I think that, his commitment not only to the franchise and to the city, he did this summer when he signed the contract, and his commitment in the weight room and on the court is, it's always there. He's steady in the gym. And so I don't have, I think the sky's the limit for him. I don't put a ceiling on him, but, I think he'll be one of our leaders and one of the top players in the NBA.
You acquired Morris and Dante and Quincy last year. Was that kind of your free agency? I mean, you brought all those guys back this year. Do you feel that sort of would mix up the roster from where you were sitting last year?
Yeah, I think those three guys, they brought a blue collar approach to the team, and they were key factors in that desperation and urgency that we played with last year. And when we were able to get a look at those guys, and then the opportunity to bring them back, it was a no-brainer.
You brought in Kendrick Perkins. What do you feel his role can be with this team, and how important is to have veteran leadership so all that don't feel
Yeah, I think Kendrick, he brings championship experience, and, just his background, from how he made it to the NBA to his role in the NBA. I think his contributions will be hard to measure because they'll be on and off the court. I think, he'll be able to talk to guys in locker rooms, because we're going to be in some situations this year where, we're going to need that guy that's been there to help him get over the hump. But also, we expect him to compete for minutes also. He can still play. He's one of the best post defenders in the NBA. And he's a smart player that's also a tough player, and he also brings that blue-collar approach.
What exactly did Philadelphia admit in the holiday situation?
I don't want to get into that right now. That's just that's something that's been discussed between the teams, and for us, it's in the past.
Would you blame fans who are cynical or skeptical as to whether Pelicans will still be damaged goods based on what's happened in the past 2 years and restrictions to the upcoming year?
I think I just answered that one. We're going to monitor him. We're being cautious right now. You know, he's pain free right now, but we're going to be cautious because for us, it's about the long terms, about the his career. You know, we don't want to rush him into something, and we're gonna be very cautious. We talked to our medical group, and we're going to be monitoring him, and then it'll be a progression. I think so. We expect him to be playing. You know, I don't have any thoughts that he's not.
Regarding Corey Rush, how has he been, coming along with this training progress, and do you see him playing years in the future?
You know, it's interesting with Corey. You know, we watched Corey for the last couple of years in international competition, and he's played very well. You know, he's the guy that basically he and his representatives called us up and said, hey, they'll pay their own way out here. He wants to just try out for the team. And, he did that. And, he had a really good workout for us. And we invited him to camp. You know, he'll have an opportunity to make our team. And a lot will be determined for him in the coming weeks.
The league, the trend in the league is going smaller and becoming faster. You guys bring it out, but you also re-sign, and you sign Alexis. What was kind of the thought process there? Making sure those two centers are still on the roster, a pretty big investment.
I think you have to be able to play both ways. I think you have to be able to play big and play small. And I think with our group, we'll be able to do both.
What have you seen from Coach Gentry over the past few months, just getting to know the guys, and then as you guys prepare for the camp here?
I said we've been talking a lot, had a lot of meetings, but ultimately, practice starts tomorrow. So and the game start in a few, I guess in a week, the preseason games. And so I think I get a better feeling there. But so far, everything's great. He's undefeated right now.
You talked last week about the fact that Alvin was the coach in Phoenix when they offered Eric the big offer sheet, and talked about his excitement to coach him. What do you think it is about that system and that player that are really good?
I think one of the things that are going to be big is ball movement and people movement, and I think Eric really strives in those types of situations. Last year he was a really good shooter for us from three, but he can also catch the ball off the move, and he's able to make plays not only for himself but for others. And so I think it's a good fit.
With the minutes restriction that Drew was going to start the season, there's one. Who can fill in that point guard role? Do you think you have enough players kind of back there to
We think one of our strengths of our team is our depth. We think that with Tyreek and Norris both able to play big minutes, and with Eric, with those four guys rotating, I think the minute restriction on Drew, I think we're able to do that, and that's one of the factors too, and that why we want to be cautious with them, because we have other guys that we think are able to get the job accomplished.
Now, how many games do you think a coach can make a difference in the 82 games in the association? Is that why you brought out?
I don't know if I can put a number on it. I just think that we want to give ourselves the best chance to be successful, and we felt that Alvin would be the guy to do that.
What does it mean to have someone you've chosen to be there? What does it mean for the way the whole franchise runs?
I mean, it was an organizational decision. I think that not only did I myself, but people in the organization, and when we talked to the players, we didn't talk to the players like, about give us a name, but, how do you want to play? How do you think this group can be the most successful? So this was definitely an organizational decision on the hire.
What was Gentry's role in the prospect this year?
Oh, we talked, during the interview process. He had a good opportunity to know our team because we played him in the playoffs, and so he studied our group. And then when we talked about the team and how we thought, what was the best way we could make the team, so he was very involved in the decisions of bringing back this group.
Now, what are your impressions of the changes in Anthony's physical stature, and how much of that was organizational and how much of that was just self-motivated and he thought he needed to do it?
When we first drafted him, we wanted to put him on a long-term plan and not try to rush putting weight on him and strength. And so we wanted to make it a gradual progression so that he would, it was we thought it would be better for him and not as much risk for injury if we try to put too much weight on him too soon. And so he's been staying with the plan every summer. Carlos Daniel was our strength coach, when he first arrived, and now it's Jason Summerlin, and we've been staying on the plan. And every summer we reevaluate his body. We talk to Anthony, and then we set goals for the upcoming season.
How do you expect his current stature to affect his strengths?
I mean, I said the sky's the limit for him. We think he'll continue to grow. We think, he's adding strength and muscle, and he'll keep his athleticism. It's really important that, we want to make sure that, one of his strengths is his speed and quickness and jumping ability. So we didn't want to take anything away from there, but we also want to, add the core strength to him also.
How important is Darren going to be in the defensive development of these teams?
I think, Darren has a way of communicating with guys, and he's going to be our defensive coordinator, working with Alvin and the rest of our group, and we're excited to have him. I think he's already put an impact on guys with his attention to detail, and like I said, we think that we have to become a better defensive team.
Is there any point that you didn't think maybe Norris Cole would be coming back, and if so, did you have a plan B option?
We're happy to have him. We're hoping to have him back. And, we hope that he can stay here for a long time. He had a big impact on us last year. And I say we're thrilled to have him. He's a two-way player with championship experience. And, he's in phenomenal shape right now. And so we're hoping to have a great year from him.
I think Tyreek Evans is someone who could really benefit from the added speed and kind of more creativity inside of the offense. Does it suit his game a little more playing with this kind of thing?
We'll see. We hope so. We definitely hope so.
You talk about Ryan Anderson. That was the first time in 2 years that no restrictions on him in the camp, and he looked physically like he's been working for the whole off season. And just for all the things that he's done over the last 2 years, how big do you think his impact will be?
The one thing about Ryan is, not only is he a great person, but he's really been good to the organization, and we're excited to have him. He's one of those players. Just when he steps on the floor, he makes everyone better, even if he doesn't make a shot, because people guard him, and he helps open up the court. And we think he's going to have a phenomenal year. And he's one of our key factors. His ability to put the ball in the basket and rebound is really going to make us a good team.
Aside from winning an NBA championship, what is a successful season for you?
Now, obviously, we want to get back to the playoffs, but we really want to see if this team is good enough. I think they are. We believe in this group. We're playing in a tough conference for last year. I mean, in a tough division where every team in our division made the playoffs last year, and yet we came in last. And so we want to take that next step, and we want to become one of the elite teams. And at the end of the season, the seeding is basically 1 or 2 games separates 3 to 5, and so it'd be real important that we go out and play every game and stay healthy.
Darren and attention to detail and the way you look at players. What kind of things generally, or specifically, if you can say, what kind of things can you do to take the same roster and make them better defensively?
I think experience and health are going to be 2 important things. Guys understanding their roles, and communicating. I think on defense, big thing is communicating and everyone being on the same page. It's a lot of little things that are going to make a big difference. But to generalize it, we have to be a good defensive team, and I think Darren is going to lead us in the defensive area along with Coach Gentry, and that'll be a big part. I mean, a big reason if we're successful or not this year.
So the first time you've been here, I think it's gone from fans and teams hoping to be good, now everybody expecting to be good. Last year's power rankings, y'all are 8, 9, 10, or top quarter of the league. How's this team been in the right direction?
Yeah, that's a great question because you want those expectations. You know, you don't want to come in as the underdog. You want to come in with people thinking that you're going to be pretty good. And so now we feel like we haven't accomplished what people think that we can. So we still have to go out and prove it. And so on paper, it looks good. But, you know, that's going to be key to us also is that, you know, how do we handle the expectations, the praise, the pats on the back? And I think we still have to keep our blue-collar mentality because I thought when we were at our best is when we played with an urgency and a desperation. And sometimes it got ugly. Sometimes it was a scrappy game. But I think that's going to be really important for us is, you know, not listening to the outside noise and focusing in on the task.
When you heard about Anthony Davis, Quincy Convex, organizing off-season workouts, first time it's kind of happened around here, how important is that you're starting to see leadership kind of take out?
You know, it was a huge grin. I remember when, you know, those guys came and talked to me about it. And, you know, they actually kind of asked, like, for permission. I was like, sure, you know, this is great. You know, this is, you know, things I think that are going to be important for us in February and March is those guys, you know, because the one thing is that they like each other. And I think that's important that when you have a group of teammates that like each other, that respect each other, and want to play together, that can help.
Any more questions, guys?
Hey, Dell, one question. Are you happy with the roster mix, talent-wise, maturity-wise, leadership-wise, to help the team get to that area where the expectations are probably the most that they've been in many years?
Very happy. You know, I think, you know, I said, you know, the question came up earlier, you know, I think we can play big. I think we can play small. I think we're deep. We have some guys, I think, that want to prove themselves. I think it's a defining moment in a lot of these guys' individual careers. But yet, that success in their individual careers will come from our team success.
Is there any apprehension at all when you look at the roster to where maybe an element might be lacking, to where if that element was present now, there would be no anxiety at all as to what the goals of this team would be? In other words, you think the roster is as big as it can be as far as skills are concerned?
I think the skills are there. I think the key will be how we gel together, how we play together. I think that'll be, you know, how do the pieces fit? I think that'll be the key determinant on our success, along with and that's on both ends, with the defense and the offense.
All right, thank you, Dell. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.